Jim Presswood, an energy advocate for the Natural Resources Defense Council, says the bill might not have much of a chance because of powerful American car companies. He says change is coming, and not signing the bill could mean the companies will be behind the trend.
AT&T found that out when they were thinking, oh, well, we'll just stick with the old landlines as opposed to going into cell phone technology. But they're now playing catch-up, and we're thinking that you will see a lot of these entrepreneurs develop these alternative fuels that will make a serious dent in oil dependence.
So what's holding up the bill? There's a couple issues. Utilities would be required to have 15% of their energy come from renewable sources, and a tax package that would roll back subsidies on oil and gas industries. Ben Mach, News Talk 780 KOH. But in recent months, party officials and presidential campaigns have tried to lower expectations. Many believe a turnout of around 45,000 people, about 10% of those registered, is more realistic. But Senator Reid says he stands by his original estimates.
When we had the system before, at one event, John Kerry polled about 15,000 people. So we feel very comfortable that what is happening in Nevada is good. I think Nevada is really a proving ground for these candidates.
The Democratic candidates are coming to Las Vegas later this week for a debate sponsored by the state party, televised on CNN. Ben Mach, News Talk 780 KOH. Supporters like Senator Harry Reid say the legislation is urgently needed because of skyrocketing energy costs and growing concerns about global warming. The Democratic measure would raise vehicle mileage standards for the first time in 30 years, roll back billions of dollars in tax breaks for big energy companies.
It's like demanding that there be 30 million cars taken off the road today. Because by raising CAFE standards, that's in effect what you do. We have cars more fuel efficient. It's been 30 years since we had a passing of legislation to require additional CAFE standards.
It also requires utility companies to invest more in renewable energy sources such as wind and solar power. President Bush has threatened to veto the sweeping measure. Ben Mach, News Talk 780 KOH. A proposed coal power plant near Mesquite appears likely to get the go-ahead from the Bureau of Land Management, but critics say the BLM is overlooking alternative energy sources and conservation. BLM's Chris Hannafeld says there is a plan B, but it's not the one environmentalists are looking for.
If we decide not to sign the record of decision approving coal fire, then the alternative is the already permitted natural gas-fired power plant.
Environmental groups have gone on record saying the BLM has failed to rigorously explore and evaluate all reasonable alternatives, which they say is a requirement under federal law. Ben Mach, News Talk 780 KOH. Ron Wildermuth with the Orange County Water District says they'll take wastewater processed through the local sanitation district and super purify it through several processes. But it won't go straight into the tap.
After we create this water, we inject it along the coast underground to create a barrier to prevent the ocean from coming in to contaminate our groundwater. And then the other half, we actually pipe up to Anaheim and filter it through the ground through our recharge lakes and put it in deep aquifers.
Eventually, that water will come out of the faucet. The program goes online at the end of this month. Ben Mach, News Talk 780 KOH. The measure was approved with strong bipartisan support 86-8 after Democrats abandoned efforts to impose billions of dollars in new taxes on the biggest oil companies. Senator Reid says the bill will begin to reduce oil use.
We must begin to break our country's addiction to oil. We're addicted to oil. Even President Bush has said that. 21 million barrels of oil we will use today. Almost 70% of it we import from foreign countries, most of which are led by tyrannical rulers.
It's also a step to fight global warming, he says. Car companies will have to achieve an industry-wide average 35 mile per gallon for cars, small trucks, and SUVs over the next 13 years, an increase of 10 miles per gallon over what the entire fleet averages today. Ben Mach, News Talk 780 KOH. The 2002 Clark County Public Lands Act has permanently protected over 450,000 acres of wild land in the Las Vegas Valley. Pauline Orendine with the Nevada Wilderness Project says it helped provide protection for such areas as Red Rock Canyon.
We're celebrating the areas that we were able to protect in 2002 and also to emphasize that there are other areas that still need to be protected.
Orendine is calling on Nevada lawmakers to help gain wilderness protection for those areas not covered by that 2002 act. Ben Mach, News Talk 780 KOH.